everyone, just this morning, Cedar Point released their new for 2023 announcement video for all the new additions that's coming for next year. And there's actually a lot of good stuff coming, like the Grand Pavilion, a new spinning roller coaster for the families, and they're going to relocate the Scrambler and Matterhorn. In my opinion, this is actually a really good addition and something that they definitely needed, and it's going to make a really good area for the park. And just for the record, I was right with everything in my predictions. If you want to go see that, look at my other videos on the Grand Pavilion. But that's not what we're talking about in today's video, because Cedar Point, Tony Clark himself, hinted that Thrill Dragster will be returning to Cedar Point and be opening next year in 2023. And that's pretty exciting. Before we get into it, if you want to know everything that's happening with Thrill Dragster and more rankings or reviews, this is the place for you. Make sure to subscribe to Great Bear Productions today and turn on the notification bell so that you never ever miss an upload. And if you want to contribute more to the channel, please check out my Patreon. If you want to get early access and stuff, links will be down in the description below. But let's get on with the speculation. Oh, and yes, this is a speculation video, so nothing has been confirmed yet, so just keep that in mind. And now let's get into the video. In the new announcement that Cedar Point posted out this morning, you know, they were going all over all cool additions and everything, and then they start talking about the Wild Mouse roller coaster. And this is where it gets interesting. He said that this is going to be our 18th roller coaster. Now just listen to this clip.
Located just steps away from Cedar Point's Grand Pavilion is our 18th roller coaster.
That's pretty cool, right? But you're probably thinking, what does this mean? 18th roller coaster? That doesn't mean anything, right? Well, Cedar Point right now has 16 roller coasters. And, well, technically, they market themselves as having 17 roller coasters, but they count Pipe Scream. But that's not a roller coaster. But let's just play along. So they have 17 roller coasters, right? And they're adding, and that's including Thrill Dragster, by the way. And they're adding a new one next year. So that means 18. If they were intending on getting rid of Thrill Dragster, you would have think they'd said 17th roller coaster, correct? It really makes you think, doesn't it? This, to me, and apparently a lot of people too, this is definitely a new sign that Thrill Dragster will be reopening next year and everything. So now that we got that out of the way, I actually do have a little bit more add-ons to my one of my other videos for a new Midway. And I do think since they're relocating the Matterhorn and the Scrambler, this actually seems more possible now. That they can redo the Midway and make it better and bigger and all that kind of stuff and make room for the new Thrill Dragster queue if it will be on the outside of the ride. Now, this does actually explain all of the markings that are over by Corkscrew, because there were a lot of markings over by Corkscrew, and Scrambler and Matterhorn are right next to each other, and those two are also right next to the corkscrews for Corkscrew. So, if they got rid of these rides, it would make sense they would have markers down so you know that they know where utilities and stuff all that is. And, you know, they could safely remove it, but that could also mean they're digging, which means they're expanding the Midway. And if you get rid of those two rides, then you could expand the Midway. And you can also get rid of all this grass over here by Corkscrew, like underneath of like when you're going into it and everything. And you can expand the Midway that way. Now, I do know that if you're actually going by the station top of the Dragster, it's a pretty bottleneck type area. But if you relocate the Speed Zone store where all the Top of the Dragster merch, I think, is at, and put it over to where like the Matterhorn and Scrambler used to be, that would definitely make a lot more room for the Midway, and you could definitely expand the Midway that way, which definitely makes a lot more sense now with all the markings that we're seeing on the Midway. So yeah, what they basically said for the 2023 announcement video could not just be what's happening in 2023, because there could be a lot changing with Thrill Dragster and more alone, because the Midway could be changing, the store could be relocated, even the bleachers could be removed. Now, I don't see that happening, but that definitely would help with the expansion of the Midway, so I'm just going to leave that to Cedar Point's decision. So all of this is definitely leading to a Thrill Dragster queue reroute, in my opinion at least, because they're going to, especially if they're going to do it outside of the ride, because they need to expand the Midway for that. So removing the flat rides, expanding the Midway there, and relocating the Speed Zone store will definitely help, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. For me, this is definitely interesting, and please let me know if you think this actually hints or pretty much confirms that Cedar Point or Thrill Dragster is going to be staying. And if not, let me know why. And also, do you think the Midway could get redone and everything? Just let me know down in the comments below. Again, if you like what I post, please consider subscribing to the channel and like this video and all that. But that's all I got for you guys today, and I will see you all later. Bye.